Okay, I'm going to share, Ava. All right.
Okay, and I'm gonna close off this so you can't see that. How do I? Okay. Would you ever put in presentation mode? Is it possible?
Let me see here.
It'll let you.
I haven't done a Zoom thing in a while. I have not. Let me find a presentation.
Something like full screen.
Oh, slideshow. Okay, there we go.
Okay. All right. So, Ava.
Hi, everybody. Thank you all for joining me today. My name is Ava N. Simmons, also known as Ava the STEM Princess. And today we're going to be learning about alternative energy. Next slide, please. To do. Number 1, intro and my story. Number 2, what is an alternative energy source? Number 3, explain example of an alternative energy source. Number 4, do an experiment together. Number 5, fun video. Number 6, questions and answers. Next slide, please. Icebreaker, what is your favorite thing about STEM? Does anybody have an answer for it? Well, my favorite thing is watching things explode. Introduction and my story. Who am I? My name is Ava N. Simmons, also known as Ava the STEM Princess, and I am Nair, a STEM ambassador, entrepreneur, and a self-published author, and also the creator of Team Genius Squad. What is Team Genius Squad? Team Genius Squad is an organization that promotes STEM awareness and its positive impact on critical thinking and math and literacy. Why did I start Team Genius Squad? Because I had a reading disorder and kids kept teasing me. So I found that I like doing STEM experiments, and I started the YouTube channel to help me with my math and reading skills. Next slide, please. What are some alternative energy sources? Sunlight, like the sun. Wind, like a windmill. And food, like the food we're going to be using for this experiment today. Why are alternative energy sources important? It can help us during an emergency, it's better for the environment, and it can produce energy quickly. Next slide, please. Alternative energy source experiment using food. How it works is the reaction is between the acid in a lemon and the zinc metal and the copper metal. And it creates a reaction in the lemon, and it's the lemon, the energy of a lemon can power something small and vulnerable. And it's also known as a redox reaction. Next slide, please. Experiment. Let's try it together, and then we can watch a fun video. So I have my stuff right here, and I have my 3 lemons.
Okay, 1 second. So Adrian, if you can pipe it down for 1 second, and she's gonna actually do the experiment now.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Okay, there you go, Eva.
So now I'm gonna do the experiment to show you guys. So I have my 3 lemons, 1, 2, 3, and I have my copper and zinc wire, and my alligator clips, and 2 lights, 2 tiny little lights. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I already poked holes in the lemons, and I'm gonna put my copper inside of the positive thing on the lemon, and I'm gonna put in my sink, and I'm gonna do the same for the rest of the lemons. Okay, now the last lemon. Now that I've done that and put it in all the lemons, then I'm going to connect the alligator wires right here.
And how are you connecting the alligator lines?
By clipping them on.
What is the connection you're making?
I'm making a current and it's going to be a circuit when I connect them all together. And then click on this one. I connected it all together, and now I'm going to take my light and put the negative side, negative alligator wire, on the short side of this light. It can't be together or it won't work. So I'm gonna put it on here. And we're gonna put the other one on here. And the light ups.
And so what we're gonna do, we're gonna turn the lights off so you can actually see it. See if that'll. Okay.
You see? It's,
Can you see
it's
the light?
lighting up. It's right there.
Yeah,
Everybody see the light?
yeah, it's amazing.
Okay, so tell them again how it works, Ava. What's happening?
So what's happening is, so when I put the alligator wires with the zinc and copper, zinc is a negative charge and copper is a positive charge. And when I put the alligator wire together, it created a current. And then after I put the light on, it created a circuit and it made a redox reaction.
And what's the juice that's in the lemon? What is that helps the redox reaction work?
It's called electrolyte.
Okay. So now we can put the slides back up, and I'm going to show you a fun video.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I can't hear it.
That was right. You'll just skip the, yeah, there you go.
I don't hear it.
I don't hear it playing, but.
It's not working.
No, I don't hear it playing. Let me see if I can get it to play.
So I can't hear.
Yeah.
Somebody wrote on the song, I can't hear you.
Yeah, I can't hear it either. I don't know why. Let me see here. Let me view options here. Let me go out.
At least you can see they can spell. That's good.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can see it here. It'll play for us.
I mean,
All
it
right.
worked last time, didn't it?
Yep. Mhm. I'll see if it plays for us. So, Adrian, I can try to see if I can play it. Let me see. Adrian, you want me to see if I can play it?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
We got 9s and 5s.
Can you guys hear that?
I hear that, yes.
Holy mother!
I can hear that.
Okay, yeah, yeah, I think it was hers. So go ahead and see if you
Okay,
can
I'll try it.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll see if it works for me. 1 second. And you guys let me know if you can hear it. Let's see. Can you guys hear that? Can anybody hear that?
No.
No? Yeah, I don't know why it's not.
Yeah.
Because it's on YouTube. I'm not sure why it's not.
Yeah, who knows with this stuff. Yeah,
Okay, well, maybe what we can do is individuals could look at that after, like on their own and see
yeah, yeah.
the actual.
We'll put the link, guys, in the chat, and then you guys can view it afterwards. And I actually opened the chat log so if anybody wants to ask a question, you can.
In the meantime, Ava, you want to tell them about your books and this actual kit that you sell while you're waiting?
So this is my coloring book that I made. My coloring book, and it tells about an acid-base reaction, and it comes with stickers when you first see it. Stickers. And there's stickers at the back, and you can watch the video of the acid-base reaction on the back. And go to my website, you can donate and go to my shop, and you can buy it on my website.
Okay.
And you can color in it. And then here's my other book that I made where you can make your own book. And it's called The Science of Being a Child's Book Author. And that's how you can write your own book. Here's the page. And this is the book about my learning journey, which is the book that I wrote. And this is what it looks like.
Okay. And then.
And right here is the first kit I made, handmade by myself. And it has the stuff that I use right here for this lemon light experiment.
And so what do they
This
need to
lemon light
add?
kit.
What do they need to add to the kit?
So it comes with everything you need, and it's ages up to 6, and all you need is just lemons. It doesn't come with it, but you just buy lemons and you can use this.
And where can they find all of your items?
They can find it on my website at shop.com, shop.teamgeniussquad.com.
Okay. And Ava, tell people again why you started this. Tell them about yourself and why you started this organization and why you started doing STEM videos and going out to the community and doing STEM with others.
I started it because I had a reading disorder and I couldn't read. And when I found out, I was getting teased because I couldn't read and I learned differently from others. So when I found out I like doing STEM experiments and watching things and make messes in the kitchen that are hard to clean, I started Team Genius Squad like that. So the first ever video I made was in the pandemic in 2021 because of COVID. We made hand sanitizer for my sister and grandma.
And then what do you do now?
And now what I do is I go out to the community and I spread STEM awareness to other people to let them know never let your challenges define your success.
That's right. And you want to tell them about your current librarian STEM tour?
My current thing I'm doing is finishing up my STEM truck that I'm going to be using to go across the globe in the country. And then the other thing I'm doing is my library tour where I go to different libraries. My recent one, I went to Windsor and a bunch of other libraries. And my goal is to go to every library and the library has my book in it. And I'm going to different libraries that have my book in it across the country so I can take photos and do experiments with people and check out my book.
Yeah. Okay.
Great, thanks, Ava. A lot of stuff for a little girl. Did we say how old Ava is?
Yeah, Ava, tell them how old you are.
I'm 9 years old and I started the business when I was like 7.
Wow. See, anybody can be a scientist. See, she started at 7, guys. I put your website up in the chat. You can ask, you could ask questions. Can you guys see the questions on your end, Ava? Or I can?
No,
Yeah,
we
you gotta
can't.
click on the chat.
Yes, we don't
To
see the
read.
chat yet.
Okay.
Mhm.
The chat right there, right?
Okay, let me go to chat. Okay, here we go. Go to the chat. Let's see.
Okay. Do you think
Do you think you will stick with STEM in the future? So what do you think you'll do in the future?
Thank you for that question. That is also a very tough question because there's different kind of doctors and biologists and scientists, and I don't know what I want to be. But that's a very good question, and I will be following STEM in the future. Does the lemons can buy
Right, or does it have to be regular? Oh, it doesn't matter. I know I'm gonna read them to her, guys, because it's on a computer, it's really small, so she can't really see them. The lemons, she said, do they have to be ripe, or
No.
do they have to be regular? It doesn't matter.
It doesn't really matter. You can just get any lemons as long as it's not moldy or it doesn't like have mildew all over. Because if you get mildew stuff, like if it has molds or these kind of things on it, but it has tons of like these little things, you can't use it because it won't have that like electrolyte and juice in there. Can I see a line that does a circuit too?
No, not circuit. It says I see lines. Does any citrus work? Yes.
Yes, if they both work. I mean, I could show them right now. I mean, yes, that the line would work if you tried it. It probably would work.
So anything that has like a citric acidic composition to it, with a kind of acidic pH, it will work in a redox reaction. As long as you have the copper and zinc wires, is that chemical reaction that makes it work. Because what's happening when you have what happens with the copper and zinc wires inside, Ava?
It creates a current, and then when you connect it all together, and the lights, it creates a circuit. Yeah, wait, it's right there.
Do oranges work?
Yes, oranges work too because they have juice, and that's also known as electrolyte, right?
Yeah. And then what led you to first think of this experiment?
Well, actually, I never thought of it. See, for me, I just because sometimes what I do is I just go on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram and just find something to do, like an experiment. Like I found some other stuff we could do for an experiment. So I'm really just going on YouTube and looking up experiments we could do.
I got it, Ava. I want you to squint your eyes while I keep reading it for you. What inspired you to when did you think to do your book? When did you want to do your book?
Well, why I wanted to do my book is because I wanted to inspire all the kids in the world that are going through challenges. And my book, I wanted to share my story with other people because you can't always just like walk somewhere or go somewhere and then tell your story because it'll be a lot of work. So we could just create this book and we could ship it to people to tell people across the world in Asia, India, China, Africa about my story. So that's why I thought to make my book. What inspired you to become a scientist?
Okay, tell your story. Why did you start this?
Why I was inspired to become a scientist is because the one thing I loved doing was making messes in the kitchen, and that involves STEM. And I thought if I did STEM, so I decided what about Team Genius Squad and Ava the STEM Princess. And I want to do a scientist. I did a scientist because I like doing science and STEM, and you know how scientists, they wear lab jackets. So I thought I could just make myself a lab jacket and wear it in all my videos because I'm a scientist.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. What can you do with this experiment, or is it just for fun? So with this experiment, you can light up a light bulb, like Ava just did. And also, if you had enough lemons, you can light up other things. So I think it's 1 volt, right?
Yeah.
1 volt is 1 volt of power. So for every 3 lemons, it'll give you 1 to 2 volts of power. And that light that Ava, I think the one you selected this time was 1.5 volts on the light, Ava.
Yeah.
It's a 1.5 volt light. So as long as you have anything that has the same voltage as a 1.5 volt for every 3 lemons, you can power anything with these particular lemons. And that's why Ava talks about alternative energy sources. So right now we are going through a hurricane here. It's come here, the power's on because we have a backup generator because Ava does a lot of different presentations. So the power is out in the area. That backup generator is being powered by solar. That's powering our house. And then what Ava is showing you, if that backup generator did not come on, Ava, go ahead and light your light up again. Put your light on.
We have enough question.
Is the light on? Is the light on?
Wait, did I do it right? Oh, I put it back on backwards.
She's gonna turn it on for you.
Hold on. These things are really hard to use.
Is it on?
Okay, there we go.
Okay, so if the power goes out here,
You could just use a manual of these to power up the house.
exactly, you're gonna use, you see the light on?
Is it working? Can you see
You
it?
see that light? The light is on. So if you use a lot of these, you can do, can you guys see the light on? So if you use a lot of these, you can power up with the light. So that's where it's used for fun, but it also produces actual light. So if we had a lot of lemons in the house, we could produce a whole lot of light, a whole lot of voltage. And that's, we like to talk about alternative energy sources. Next one. How many experiments have you done before? Oh goodness. So when we go out in the community, how many experiments did you do in the community? Oh, it's a lot. How many kids do you see?
Maybe like over 200. Last time it was before it was like 1,000. Like maybe like one of them was like 1,000 to like 100 to 1,000 to.
You want to say 200 to 1,000? Yeah. So what happens, guys, is you can also see this on Ava's YouTube channel. And it's Miss Adrian, if you could provide that YouTube channel, that would be great. But you will see Ava in the community where she does these same STEM experiments with kids as a group. And so each time we do this, I would say she does between, like she said, 200 to 1,000 experiments with kids, and the kids love it. And at that time, she does acid-based reactions. So we go out to the community. You want to tell them what you do when you go out to the community, like you did for Rudel?
What I do in the community is I either do lemon light or I'll do an acid-based reaction.
And what's in your acid-based reaction?
In my acid-based reaction is baking soda, vinegar, food coloring, dish soap.
And you want to tell them what happens?
And what happens when you mix a weak acid like vinegar with a strong base like baking soda, a reaction occurs and makes gas and bubbles. The gas is trapped inside of the bubble and it forms foam, and it makes the experiment look really exciting.
Yes, and so this is what Ava also does in the community. So as of right now, I would say she's done thousands of experiments this year. So far, since January, she's done 53 community events. Okay, let's see.
What about that one?
Could
Which
you-
one in your family is fun?
What is the most favorite experiment you've ever done? I already know what you're gonna say.
Well, my most favorite is you know this one. Acid-based reaction.
And which kind of acid-based reaction? What does it do?
It creates a big mess and it rises up. And elephant toothpaste when it goes up. I make a big mess, and that's what I make.
Okay.
What about the one that's anyone in your
Could you charge your phone with this experiment? I mean, you could, but again, it's all about what? Voltage.
Yeah, voltage.
It's voltage. So if you have enough lemons that match the voltage it needs to charge your phone, you can definitely charge your phone with lemons. Just need enough power, right? So maybe we said it's 3 lemons for every 1.5 voltage. So if you can get enough lemons to create the voltage of a phone, yes, you can power your phone.
That one.
Okay, hold on. Let me just scroll back 1 second. And if we skip anybody, we're sorry. We will definitely scroll back. We apologize. Let's see. Is anyone in your family a scientist? Yes, all of our family that has a STEM background, right? So your grandma is a data analyst and she works in clinical data for studies. I am an analytical chemist. And yeah, so everybody in our family, because your dad, my husband is in the military, so he's a lot of outdoor background and like things like what Ava's doing, like alternative energy. So yes, everyone in our family kind of does this, and we go out for events. You'll see it on our YouTube channel that Ava's assistants at events are our family. So we all have on our white coats and we assist Ava to do her experiments when she's in the field.
And also one thing, nobody has a name. Everybody uses a nickname. Mommy doesn't have a name. Her name is Mommy, the lab assistant. Nobody has names. Nobody, no real names. Everybody has one name. That's their nickname. There you go.
Okay. Did you ever expect to get this big? Did you ever expect to be this popular?
Well, not really, no. I didn't expect it to be like go really big, go popular. I just expected it for people to like it and make it like seem like it looks inspiring, you know, valuable, fun. I didn't really think it would go like big, you know.
When you first started, were you scared?
Yes, I was kind of scared because the internet's not really that famous. I was kind of scared a little bit when I first started because you're gonna get shaped on camera and then you're gonna go to the world. So I was a little scared when I did my first ever event and first Zoom call. So yes, I was a little bit scared when I started.
And how are you now? What do you think? You think you still get a little scared, or you still just go out there, or what do you think? You got to warm up? A little bit nervous. Yeah. So when me and Ava, when we actually go out, we have a special handshake we do so that she could be ready to go. So we can show you. I'll come over here. She's allowing me to come over here and show you the hand. Ready?
I hope you remember the steps real quick.
Yes. TV squad. And so when Ava is nervous, when we go out, we do these handshakes so that she can, warm up and be ready to go and to talk to people. So I think it's great. I think nerves are good. Sometimes it helps you, stay on point.
You want to do the JL one?
Yep. Do you think about being a scientist as a genuine future career, or do you have something else in mind?
Well, I do have in mind for a scientist career in the future.
Go ahead, tell me.
I have another thing in mind. I might be a doctor or a nurse. I have other things in mind for my future career. But that is an awesome question, and I might be a scientist in the future.
What college would you want to go to? Oh gosh, Ava, you're 9. You're about a gazillion years off.
I actually
You have it? Okay.
So my favorite thing about this is because I've actually been talking about this to my friend, and I've been thinking, because when you go to college, when you go to your semesters, you don't know anybody there, so then you be huddled up in the corner like, I don't know anybody here. I'm just gonna be quiet kid. Well, I'm thinking about going to a college with my friends, or I go to a college and my friends just join me on in the college.
So what college would you like to go to? Do you know any colleges you could think of that you want to go to?
YMCA, is that a college?
No. Can you tell I'm 9?
You say YMCA.
Yeah, YMCA. Yeah. So you see, guys, this is not rehearsed. So Ava just said she was being Ava, and that's what we love. That's what we love about this whole thing with Ava, because she's just being 9. She's just being Ava, and she wants to encourage you to do the same thing. And it's okay if you don't know. You just say what you know. But one thing she does know is what? There you go. So
You are so cute.
so again, this is not about being perfect. It's about being you, right? And being yourself. And that's one of the things we would like people to really understand about what Ava is doing. And then the last question says, what was your most dangerous experiment? Ooh.
That one is, I think it was, which one?
The rocket. Yeah, we gonna say the rocket.
What is the elephant toothpaste because of the chemicals and the yeast?
I think so, but I think the rocket, because once it is, you gotta run.
The rocket, because how it works is you have to have a bottle and you have to have, the things for like the bottles or
Stopper.
Like a stopper thing, little, I forgot what it's called, the stopper, and it goes in bottles, and you gotta put in the baking soda and the stopper real tight, and you gotta run real long, because if you stay right there, it's gonna blow in your face, and you want it to go high, so you gotta run out before and you gotta put in there before it fully goes up.
Yeah. So we're gonna say the rocket, because we're always here doing the rocket with her, and every time we put the rocket in the bottle, and you'll see she has a video of her doing the rocket on YouTube as well, and you will see all of us running, including Shelby, our puppy,
our safety dog.
The safety dog.
Thank you.
Question for Mom: what were your thoughts when Ava said she wanted to do this? So actually, what happened was this was kind of it wasn't actually like Ava wanting to do it. Because Ava this time last year could not read. So just like you see her reading now, she wrote a book and she reads to people at the library. She couldn't read at all. So when this first happened, I was saying, okay, what can we do to help you learn how to read? What can we do to keep you engaged, right? To help you where you're having challenges. And knowing that Ava likes to do things in the kitchen, and we started doing these things together, and then also knowing how she likes YouTube, I figure, okay, this might be something that will keep her engaged and help her want to learn. And people begin to watch it, and people begin to call and request her to come out to do it with other children. And it just got bigger and bigger and bigger. So we didn't realize that it was going to be this. We were just thinking like, okay, we're going to do a couple experiments on YouTube and it's going to be over and Ava's going to be able to read. And we didn't realize it was going to go so global. So when I thought of her like wanting to do this, I just thought about how much fun she has doing it and how she loves the other kids. And like I said, you'll see in her videos on YouTube, her dancing with kids and hugging kids and high-fiving kids, you know. Yes, and it's just the camaraderie amongst Ava and other children, other peers. When I see how encouraged the other kids are when they see Ava saying, I'm not perfect, I have challenges, but guess what? These challenges will not define me. That right there makes it something that I want to do to support Ava. So even though I work full-time, I also work with Ava full-time. Let's see, I missed someone. Let's see here. Okay, so I think that's all. Oh, let's see.
There's one more. There's
Oh,
one
it is. I'm sorry.
That's
Where did
okay.
I miss it?
I can read it.
Okay.
What is the one experiment that you are looking forward to doing?
Oh, what are you looking forward to doing?
I don't know. What is that? I don't know which experiment it is, but I'm looking forward to doing. I found this really cool experiment. I forgot what it's called, but it's something with something. I forgot what it is, but I'm looking forward to doing that experiment.
Is it exploding or is it?
It's like an experiment where you can make you can make a penny like spin around. Like,
Oh yeah.
and you take forks, a magnet, not a magnet, a toothpick, and it was forks and
yeah, so it's probably electromagnetic stuff like with like, so it's an experiment where you use magnets and you put magnets on both sides, and if you get the right penny with the right amount of copper, it will make the penny spin. So that's one I know that we've been kind of working on, and we're still trying to get it to a point that we can do it, but we're gonna get it to work. We just gotta keep working on it, keep doing it. So how Ava makes a lot of experiments is she finds the experiments online. She has to write down all the ingredients. This is part of her learning journey. So she writes down all the ingredients. She makes sure she knows how to say all the words. And then we begin to find out this is an experiment that will be enjoyable to others. And we keep doing it until, you know, it gets to the point where she's able to present it and she feels comfortable with presenting it to her audience. Yes, the spinning magnetic coins. Yes.
Super cool.
Yes.
All right. Anybody else have any questions for Ava? You know, this is Ava's second time with us, and she, what did we do? The experiment before was the
acid base.
The acid base, yeah. Yeah. And I knew that I just lost the words real quick, but that's on our YouTube channel. So if you want to go back and see some of Ava's previous recordings, you could go to her YouTube. I already put that there. Oh, somebody said they love your coat.
We said off topic, but I love your coat.
Yeah, where can they get your coat?
They can get at my website at www.shop.teamvenusquad.com.
Yeah, so Ava has an online store that she also manages. And that's where she sells her books, her STEM kits, her coats, all of the jewelry she has on, all the items that she has, she makes herself. And then we have what, Ava?
We have adult and kid sizes.
And what do you do after you make your jewelry? How do you get additional jewelry and additional pieces?
What did you say?
After you make your first set of jewelry, how do you get more?
So how it works is we figure out what we like, and then after that, we first ship it to a manufacturer in China. That is where we get all our stuff. And then after that, we tell them what we like, and here's our idea, and they give us the first copy. And then after that, they send a humongous box of jewelry, and lip glosses, and shirts and stuff. And we get all our products like books and lab kits, we get them from China.
And so what Ava is saying to you is that when she does her first mock-ups, we send them to China for the first mock-ups to get them back quickly. And then once she gets them back quickly, we send them to another manufacturer, some that are here in the US, and then we have them made in bulk.
Here's another question.
Have you ever tried to make a Rube Goldberg machine as an experiment with them? No, she has not.
What's a Rube Goldberg machine?
Rube Goldberg is a person, he's another scientist.
Oh.
No, she has not. That's a great idea.
I mean, we could try. That sounds cool. With a
Yeah, that must have
It's
been.
so fun. Okay, I'm writing it down now, and then we will look it up. We write it down now, and I will look it up and be able to share with Ava. Thank you so much for that recommendation.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sophia.
I think it's Sophie. Sophie.
All right, anyone else? Before we, now, where are you located? I don't think the kids know that you're not
Where are
in
you located?
the state of
Oh,
California.
you guys see that? That's the power going out again. Yeah, go ahead. Tell
Yeah.
them where you're located.
We're located in Durham.
Durham where?
Durham, North Carolina at Big Spring Circle.
Yeah, so she's in North Carolina, guys, 3 hours away. And before the power goes out completely and your generator has to go up.
I know, I just said it. You can see it when the power flickers like that, that's the generator going off and on.
Yeah.
So it goes off when the power comes on and it flickers and it comes back on. So I know somebody asked the question, how old were you when you started?
How old I was when I was 7 years old. Like on my face. I was
Somebody.
7 years old.
Are you planning to be a mad scientist when you grow up?
No, what's a mad
No,
scientist?
No mad scientist. That sounds pretty cool, but mad weaver.
Yeah, right.
No, I doubt it. I doubt it, Kane. All right, Ava, we're gonna let you guys go and be safe out there because I don't.
All right, so Ava, do you want to say any last words to everyone, just for some encouraging words before you go?
Hello.
Hi. You want to say some encouraging words before you go?
I want to say, thank you all for letting me come, and thank you all for joining me today, and thank you for enjoying this presentation that I have for you guys, and thank you for you guys inviting me. And I also want to say, never let your challenges define your success or future. And if you ever have a challenge or you're ever facing something, people are teasing you, I want to let you know, never let your challenges define your success. Believe in you, and I believe in you, and be encouraged.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you for those words, Ava. We'll see her again, you guys, in about 6 months. Okay.
Bye.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Take
Bye.
care.
Bye, guys.